my dolphin spider friends. I am surprised. The spider, you've come out very often lately. And dolphin, you just came out a couple days ago too, didn't you? Alright, let's start with the dolphin. Innately intelligent, healer, light, blessings. The gifts of the dolphin are beyond what our human minds can grasp. Dolphin personalities are often drawn to the healing arts, as they are sensitive to the subtle and enjoy working on the level of spirit. It's easy for dolphin types to underestimate the impact they make in the world. These creatures play such an important role in the wheel of karma that coming in contact with a dolphin type will change the entire course of your day, and thus your life. This card can also indicate a profound blessing is on the way. When in balance, active healer, strong spiritual practice. When out of balance, underestimates their own power. To bring into balance, like-minded spirits. So perhaps you need some friends who are, well, like-minded, on a similar path, have similar interests in healing, spirituality, all that kind of thing. All right. And then we have the spider, creator of prosperity through life's work, Dharma. So apparently you really have an interest in finding your life's path, your life's work, your purpose, your Dharma, and of course prosperity. It's not much good finding your life's path if you don't also feel you're living an abundant life. But I suspect it's not really your life's path if you don't feel it's an abundant life. Whatever other people may think of it, doesn't matter. So, the spider is an ingenious creator. Its greatest gift is weaving the thread of Dharma into a vast, intricate web that supports the spider and those around it, both financially and spiritually. It is hard work, but the spider neither tires nor becomes impatient. Be process-oriented rather than results-oriented, and soon your work becomes like the weaving of a magical, priceless tapestry. Abundance follows. When in balance, appreciative, enthusiastic, prosperous. When out of balance, discouraged, tired, forlorn. To bring into balance, playful creativity. And who better to be playful with than a dolphin? So perhaps that's why you have both creatures coming up for you as significators. A reminder to be playful, appreciate your sensitivity, perhaps a hint that your life's purpose or path may involve healing in some form or fashion. But it shouldn't feel heavy. In any case, we have, of course, the tea leaf cards that are here to help you determine whether or not this is your reading. First up, you have 7 today instead of my usual 6. And we have crib, birth or conception of a child or enterprise. So this does not have to be a child, although it could be. It could be some other kind of undertaking, project, something you are excited about. But we're starting off with cracked cup, dissatisfaction with life. I'm not surprised. If you're trying to find your life's purpose, then you're probably feeling pretty dissatisfied with your current life. Then we have bull. Do not back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. Now, the interesting thing here is turkey. Someone is behaving stupidly. Perhaps the person you're not supposed to back down from. In any case, new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. I can definitely see that happening for you. Arrow, you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life, and you should have a definite sense of that. Then we have dark man, dealings or relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. So, those should help you decide whether or not this is your reading. And let's get some tarot cards. I'm going, with the Crow Tarot. At least I'm trying to. I just dropped the entire deck. Okay. Let's try that again. Okay, why are you here? Or why do you think you're here? What is on your mind or heart or spirit today? So far, nothing's coming out. I don't take cards that come out face down. And all your cards are face down. Ooh. Well, that's unexpected. We have the Three of Swords, which is a card of mourning. So the mourning process is a cycle. If you're not familiar with the work of Elizabeth, I lost her name. What's her name? Elizabeth. Oh, I can't remember her name. Anyway, she was the one who first started talking about the cycle of grief, the stages of grief. And she presented it as a cycle. And it's not neat. It might go in order, it might not go in order. And you'll probably go round and round several times before you are ready to move on. We have the Nine of Pentacles here in a crossing position. That's very interesting. We have the Page of Wands, which may be representing you. So someone who is towards the beginning stages of something. Inspiration. So the Wands is a suit of divine inspiration. It could be plain old inspiration, if there is such a thing. I'm not sure there is. But many times inspiration can flow from the divine, whether you recognize it as being that or not. So, definitely in touch with something more than yourself. But the Page of Wands is someone who is just at the beginning stages of developing this aspect of themselves. And it may be that this is coming out of grief. That there is a great loss that is pushing this page towards creativity. Now the Nine of Pentacles in a crossing position, the seesaw position. That's interesting. That's usually working alone to develop yourself. Oh, all right. We have the Tower in reverse. So yes, there is most definitely something going on, or has happened, I should say. It could currently be going on. I don't think it's in your future. I think it's either here now or in your recent past. So you have the Tower in the upright. There's been a devastating loss, something that has shaken your world to all the way down to its foundations. It's a difficult place to be in, but it is a place to start over from. And that, I think, is where you find yourself. You may not truly be young, you may simply, or initiate, but you may feel like you're starting all over again. And although this grief may ultimately bring you inspiration as part of your healing process, you may at times have difficulty feeling inspired to do anything at all. Which is why you have this Nine of Pentacles. You want something good to come out of whatever this loss was. But don't forget, with the Tower, we have lightning striking, which can also be representing the divine in another way. You also have the Wheel of Fortune. So, as bad as things may feel right now, the Wheel of Fortune is here to remind you that things will get better, things will change. You have the Wheel of Fortune in the upright, so it is good luck. So perhaps right now you really need a reminder that things will get better. And frequently, healers learn about healing out of necessity, not out of just an easy life. Every time you heal yourself, you gain knowledge, lessons, skills to help others to go through who are going through a similar process. Something to keep in mind. All right, let's see what the universe wants to say to you. Perhaps you feel that you've reaped what you have sown. Those rings represent karma, cycles, coming out on top of the Three of Swords. It could simply be working through the cycle of grief. Well, I shouldn't say simply, because that's not a simple process. But you will have to face your inner demons in order to recover and move on. But there is a promise of new beginnings. That things will get better. Oh, I'm sorry. Now then, we have a drive to get moving. A great deal of drive, actually. The Sun card is yes, but it's also energy, power. This is also success. They're both cards about success, about getting it done, about moving on. A drive to get going. I am puzzled by this one. So garden, public venues, I mean, it can be a date, but it is also about possibly paying the field. Party, audience, meeting, event, a date. Outdoors, playing the field. So here we have containing one's emotions. Perhaps that will be one of the lessons from this tower. And then we have snowflake, a delicate situation, vulnerable, handle with care, fragile, change of state. I definitely get that change of state. So maybe all this drive is to go on a date. Hopefully it's not to be a player. Or perhaps containing one's emotions, containing one's drive to be a player. That's definitely something to get under control. Odd. Revolution, courage, fully engaged, forge ahead, liberation, bold, passion, justice, freedom. It's interesting. So we have this. It seemed like the focus of the reading was about finding your path. I could definitely see learning to control your emotions, to calm yourself. Perhaps you are in a delicate state right now. But these success cards, and next to getting out again, revolution. I'm finding these two to be very confusing. Maybe it will make sense to you. Oh. Well, that certainly seems to confirm the player aspect of things, but is that are you planning on becoming a player? Perhaps it's as simple as you are really not clear on some things right now. So, snake, deception, jealousy, betrayal, backstab, toxic, silent treatment, seduction, sexuality, counterproductive. So not somebody who is capable of faithfulness, but we also have foggy glasses and distorted view. So somebody who does not have a good, clear view on things. And bird on a wire, blabbermouth, loose lips, gossip. That's not good at all. Well, a new beginning from this is going to be difficult. Perhaps this was the cause of the tower? There's so much dishonesty and backstabbing and untrustworthiness. And a distorted view on it. Somebody thought it was okay. Or just didn't see anything wrong with that behavior. I'm confused. Why is this showing up now? Why is this showing up now? Why is this showing up now? Emotional release, let it go. Chasing after something, cry, emotional release. Well, it seems like a lot of healing needs to happen after this, whether it was done to you or by you. Understandably, if this is what was done to you. That one. Wow. Okay. Emotional release. Let it go. Crying, fulfillment. Definitely part of the grieving process. Compassionate wisdom. Authentic decision making. Recovering from all of this, I think. Interesting. So if this was something that was done to you by someone you cared about, that would definitely require a great deal of healing, mourning, grieving. Wow. Making something new. That's a lot of so mortar and pestle. This can be alchemy, transmuting something pretty bad into something wonderful somehow. And doing it through, this is my heart mind coherence card. So EQ, emotional intelligence, mindfulness, holistic insight, intellect and emotional balance, authentic decision making, wholeness, integration. That's an enormous amount of healing, no matter which side you're on. So releasing, healing, transforming it into something else. That is a big ask. And here we have the raccoon, problem solver. Curious, ask questions. Resourceful. Creative, clever. Perhaps these are ways to approach this process here. It's an important process. This is definitely part of the grieving process. And then recovering wholeness. And changing it. Changing your pain, your grief into something completely new. Alchemy. Transmuting it. That is how the universe sees things. It sees this in particular. So, I don't know which end you were on in regard to this betrayal behavior. But I can certainly understand the pain that it caused. And I wish you all the best in transforming it into something wonderful. Transforming it into perhaps healing, a life's path, purpose. It's a big goal. Wow. I think I'll get an archetype card for you. Oh, there it is. The mask. Oh my. Just did a reading for raccoon people. The mask. All right. And that is number 61. Here we go. The mask, the persona, the performance, the reveal. We often think of a mask as something that conceals our identity, yet contemplate the possibility that the mask permits our true identity to be revealed. It allows. The mask gives voice to that which was previously rejected. When this card appears, enact the side of you that is seeking expression, yet was never given a role to play on the stage of your life. You are in the realm of theater, so anything is possible. Speak with the other's voice, embody the other's limbs. You are taking part in the ritual of expanding the self. There may be mischief and deception around, and others may be trying on new masks too. No one is sure who is who. It's likely you've become so attached to a single mask that you need to fall face forward into this perception-bending time. Trust it. When light reveals what has been suppressed, when dark further conceals what is rejected. Looks like we're back into the shadow work arena. As the Zen koan suggests, meditate on your original face, the one you had before your mother and father were born. Well, that's interesting. Think of a mask or costume you wore that felt empowering, marvelous, or fun. Who was it you were being? Is that who still with you? Perhaps it was simply an aspect of yourself that you haven't allowed to come out and play or be fully expressed. I think in terms of finding your path, if that's what you really are focused on, in terms of being a healer, you first have to do some shadow work. There are people out there who can help you with that. I am not any kind of therapist, so I don't claim to be the right person for that. But I have done a lot of shadow work. It's not easy. I am wishing you all the best.